A very nice positive way to wrap up the session. Welcome back to the close. Here we go. That is a look at a very positive board for the afternoon here. The S&P 1.5, 1.4 for the Dow. It's the NASDAQ leading almost 2% to the upside. So as we said, very positive. Crypto's down here as well, doing quite well. 1.75 for crude oil. We were talking in the pre-market. We did get above 2% at one point, so oil names still making big moves. But speaking of oil and energy names, guys, what is going on with Camber Energy?
It's ridiculous. That's what's going on with this. Camber is a nonsensical, man. Like, short seller report comes out on Camber Energy. It absolutely craters. I think it has 10 halts. And of course, the last one is going to be that, well, not the second last one is going to be the news halt when they respond saying, yada, 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 we are aware of the short report. We do not have any shady stuff going on. Yada, 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 stock opens back up, right? So exactly the same response that you pretty much are always going to get when it comes to Camber. I was involved off the bottom for the short, both a long and a short into that $1 range. And since it's come back from the news halt, it's been like a scalp fest. 150 has broken a couple of times here on Camber. I have a 52, which was looking gangbusters. They got to zoom in because this is ridiculous, this range. It got down to 142 a couple times. Now it's testing back above. I'm going to cover it like a 52, 53, but Camber is insane. I'll probably have 100 executions on this thing by the end of the day.
Yeah, and it only takes two for me. You go right here, same price, man. 117 both times, kind of just random. You see me in the long right now, so this is a 32-cent winner on Camber. So just been hot dogs for me today. Two fills. I mean, you have to count all these too, but really just two longs right now. We'll see where we go to the upside. So Camber's going to be pretty much my top stock here today, but we do have, this is just top stock of the stock kind that we're talking about here. Let's see how far it goes upside. We don't have too many shares left, 20, 30, 40, about 30% or so left upside, so we'll watch out for that one. AMD is in the building. We're waiting for this to crash down through here. And I mean, this one still have this long all the way to the upside. So AMD right now, slaying some dragons today, man. We join you with our highest spot we've been at all day. We're not making as much money as we sort of want to. Obviously, that never seems to happen. But you just take what the market can give you, right? So CEI, we're going to watch that. CCL, still on this name as well from the open. We let it go all the way up to 26. Didn't do anything about it. Faded all the way back down. It's going to look a little bit silly. But this is just a trade from the start. So we're back. We're ready to rock and roll. FT, BTBT now moving. Wow, BTC, guys. 50,800 right now on BTC. So watch out for GBTC. Watch out for all those things. There it is there. Oh, that's 63. Sorry, this is the daily chart. I thought we saw the minute chart. We've just, I think right now, guys, let's just call up a 1 minute chart. I think we are pushing right now tops in Bitcoin. Yeah, we are. So there it is. Breaking out. That's the level I was looking for right there. 5750. 50,750 right there now, 50,008 just breaking. So here we go, off to the races on all these. I have no idea what some of those crazy coins are doing, but I'm in Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum are my big ones. Recently got into, Matic, Solana, and Shiba Inu. So we did get into some of that, but that's just a little bit. Yeah, I know, right, Randy? Randy's in the building, so if the stream stops all of a sudden, be ready for it.
I don't think the stream is going to stop. So, I mean, like someone just said, why is Neil long? So why is Sean long, Neil short? I mean, there's a vastly different sort of strategy when you're scalping a dollar stock. You're going to see clusters of executions on that chart for me because it's done 600 million shares now, despite the fact it's halted 11 times. So it's going in and out all over the place. So that's why you're going to see a vast difference. I mean, like, there's no holding for me. Like, I'm getting out and I'm basically shotgunning it, machine gunning it out every single time I got a position. And I've been doing it the entire time. So I'm essentially flat. I might trade mostly CEI today, but there is something setting up here on Nvidia, which it'll be the trade of the day, but I think realistically the market move is going to be your story of the day. Crypto as well, I think fantastic, but Nvidia did have that 200 break. It gave you some dip buys. It's now getting top heavy around this 206, 206 half, and when I pop the 15-minute, you're going to sort of see right at yesterday's flush. In the morning, this is right at 205, and then you go back to previous day's close, this 07, and right in the middle of that range is where it's failed at 206. Well, I shouldn't say failed. Is where it's running into resistance at that 206 area. So it just made a fresh high that it rejected at 206.5 and looks like it could be coming back in. Look, it's a 2% move in the market right now. And that's a fantastic relief rally. But some of these names, you kind of get the feeling if they don't extend, there's going to be some interesting trades, even especially back to VWAP in here. So if we retake 205.50 on Nvidia, I want to go short. I love the long. It's great. It's been a good one. Gave me some winners, but I want to short it through 205.50, use high of the day stop, and see if you can't get to VWAP.
All right, boys and girls, where do you want to take the CEI out right now? This is a 43% winner off $1.17. So right now we're in the money about 35% or 30% on this name. So, I mean, where do we really want to take this out? I'm thinking it's probably going to halt again at some point. So, this is what we're doing on CEI today. Just, nailing this stock, man. Like, these two bottoms, the only fills we have. We were interviewing, so I mean, normally you would see us all involved right here, but we weren't. We came back, and I even hopped on the Memes and Movers show with this exact position. And I said, this is what I'm doing. I saw a buyer at 103. We talked about that on the Memes and Movers show as well. And then since then, man, straight to the upside. So hallelujah. We'll spin it. Because this one right now today just take it off. That's CEI. So we'll be watching this and trading it 46 cents in the money right now. We'll have to. I was looking for a 20-minute. There it is. Here's my 20-minute chart. What are we looking at right here? What is this level? 175. That's probably a decent spot. 150. Let's hold this until backside break of 150. We're having a great day today, so we can afford to do that. 150 break on the downside. We're going to get out. So that's sort of this halt spot or whatever this gap was there today. So 150 break on the downside, and we're going to get out of this one. Otherwise, we're riding, guys. So let's let this one ride.
Yeah, as long as it wants to hold a 150, I think I want to buy a dip in front of it, but it's, I don't know, it just kind of keeps giving you these scalp trades in here and there. So every time I sort of see it stall off at a level, I try to get in and out if I can. Right now, there's a refresher at 61. I just was able to grab like in 60, 61, out 60, and then trying to grab a bit of a long position. I don't think the long's going to work there, so I'm going to quickly get out. And that's as fast as you will see it there. So literally making spread, realize you've got a bad turn there and just get out flat. 180 to me is going to be that. If it doesn't halt into 180, then I think that's going to be a resistance level. But I would much rather, if I jump back into a short, be it after a halt trade. So if this can halt to the upside, remember, it's a dollar stock. So all it has to do is move 15, 20 cents too rapidly, and it goes into a halt. At this point, it couldn't break 180. Oh, sorry, it can get to 180 without putting in that type of a halt. So certainly a chance that it could get there and we find some resistance. If you're watching from the morning and that XCNE, as Sean mentioned, we were in some meetings this morning, and I missed a chance to reload on XCNE when it got to 32.50. I hope somebody got this because I'm kind of kicking myself. Shorting this one all day long, and then reloaded at 31, only to have a tight stop out and never got back in at 32.50. Missed that. If it does pop up again, it's got a big lower high at 33. You've got the high of the day at 33.70. Both monster levels for XCNE that I will be watching, but looks like CEI is trying to pull this turn, so might not get to 180 at this point. If it comes back into 150, that even number, usually there's some day traders popping bids every 5 to 10 cents, and that's what I look to take advantage of. So when it stalls a move at one of those levels, just try to get quickly in and out. Next level, I think 51, 52.
All right, new position alert, BTBT, watch out, taking out 10 right now on a 1-minute chart. So BTBT starting to go right now, looking at 10. We've been up here before. Let's see what happens. Not recently, though, up here before. Let's zoom this back out. Okay, the chart's going to have to load up. I thought here it is. So here's the daily chart. So like I said, we have been here before on BTBT. So really nothing. So I'm not worried about 10 because this is not a new spot for it. So we're going to try to take this one. Breaking through 10 bucks. And again, probably about 15 cents or so worth of risk here, 9.85 or so on BTBT. So that's going to be a risk spot for me. So we're going to see what happens here. Nice move up today, big time, 30%. Obviously, we're talking cryptos, and we'll wait to see where we go here on BTBT. But so far, so good. I don't mind the look of this trade. So we'll hold on to it and see. We're not in it yet, but if it does break, we will take that. CEI, I mean, yes, still going, so we'll wait. Neil's been talking about that, so we'll sort of pass on it for a little bit. AMD, we're still looking at this break right here. We've topped out a couple times. I think this is a reasonable stop here, 102.73, but look what happened to my Microsoft trade. And again, man, I don't know. We'll spin it. I love Microsoft, but this always happens to me. We do this every single day. We put the money in our pocket, and then we look back and say, why the hell did we get out? Look at the longs we had, man. 286.50, 287. It's at 290 right now. So, yeah, okay. anyways, regardless. We don't have the trade, but there goes Microsoft right to the upside, man. Boom, boom, boom. Would be much nicer if I had a little tick in there somewhere. So we'll wait out on Microsoft and see where it goes now. But we did have this long. Hopefully you had it with me. We take the smooth $2 there, and we think we're doing pretty good. But as you can see, it's much, much more than that right now. $4 to the high side, but a good trade on Softy.
And watch out, SmileDirectClub is up 15%. So there are some, I guess, squeeze names or whatever you want to call them that are moving around and still actually pushing fresh highs on the day at least. On the 15-minute here, just going to quickly pop this range in for you guys. It's got a 92 top, but you can kind of see, if I sort of zoom this one out a little bit more, you can see the cluster at 6 even that this is put in. And this has been sort of a pivot area. Previous support when it was trading up at $8 was at 6, and since it broke down, it's been having this as resistance. So as it gets closer to that 6 level, I think that's going to be an actionable zone. For those that are asking about AMD, I think it's very similar to Nvidia. It just happens to, it's 2% instead of 4.5%, but it's still at that high of the day. Nvidia's pressing the high. AMD's a little bit more off of its high, but if the market breaks back in and rejects 2% here, 14.75 here in the NASDAQ, and I think both these could be headed for a bit of a pullback. That hasn't happened yet. Brendan?
BTBT, we talked about some of the Bitcoin, crypto stocks this morning. BTBT was leading right out of the gate. This thing has never looked back today, from 8 guys up to $10. It just tagged up there at a day high. Volume coming back in here for BTBT.
Yep. Thanks, Brendan. So we were just talking about BTBT there. We did put our stop order to get in, so long on a stop order. So we're using the stop order to execute us into position right now. So that's the play that we're looking for right now on BTBT, breaking through $10. And just like Brendan said, man, straight to the upside. There was some pullbacks here. And CEI, man, let's just still bang CEI out, man. It's still ripping to the upside, man. 45-cent winner on a dollar name. We'll take that all day long. 30% return right now, but we were out pretty early. Our best out there, 138 on decent shares. Now we're just sort of holding for that miracle up here to 180. We get a 180 tick, man. We're going to be out of that one. But, whatever. I'm going to give this a look. What I'm looking for here, just for a risk-reward standpoint, we're looking for upside of 18 cents or so, like right into this area. I mean, probably 175. Let's call it what it is. 175, we'll take that out. So we're looking for 13 cents up, 13 cents down. So whatever, we've already cashed it in. We'll ride with you, CEI, and see where we go on this one. But 2 bangers right there. Boom, boom. That's it. And we'll rinse and repeat those if it comes back down. I don't expect to come back down to 17, so that's for sure. So we'll wait on that one and see where we go. Other than that, man, Clover was a good.
It could, just not today. I don't think.
It could even today.
I don't know.
Whatever. That's why I'm getting out.
I'd be very shocked if it came back that far today, but I guess.
I mean, we were equally shocked when we sat down and we were like, "What the hell is that? $1?" We came back from these meetings and was like,
"This is actually very true." We came back from the meetings and we heard Prad say something about it opening less than $1 at that particular time. We were both like, "There's no possible way." On the Bitcoin front, I just want to sort of say we're back above 50,000. You're gonna see I own Silvergate and I'm dumping Silvergate. It's up 10%, and this is actually getting squeezed a little bit from a short standpoint. It's about 10%, but that's been increasing almost on a daily basis, the short interest on the stock. And it's just, to me, it makes a little bit more sense to just take that money, and there's going to be some shopping that can be had in this particular market. So it's been a fantastic runner since last year, but this is getting a little bit too parabolic for me. I was watching that BTBT. It could be an interesting one. And Ron, Snapchat actually has turned out pretty good, but the entire story behind where Snapchat might have come from, Nvidia, like AMD, these bottom picks, was sort of starting with yesterday on the down day, right? So Snapchat stood out because of this 70 bottom on the daily chart. And that was the first thing I saw. I was like, what stock had a turnaround at probably the most gorgeous price or level that you could have that you would want to be basing off of? And that's what happened here. Now, candidly, I stopped out break even way too early on Snapchat and held on to Nvidia instead. That was obviously the wrong call. You're going to see it continue to run to the upside, making fresh highs right now. So, it's one thing to have the direction. We don't always hold too long. And I think sometimes that can be the attitude of the day trader, right? You tend to take those scalp profits when presented to you. If it doesn't go fast enough, you hold the one that's working, you cover the one that seems like it's not. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that in the past, and I'll probably at times do it in the future. SmileDirectClub is getting close, but not necessarily there yet. It's in the mid-90s. I'm actually sitting in front of $6. I just kind of want to be ready just in case it gets there. I did have a short, then it reversed into a long. I'm now flat on the stock. looking for that $6 level.
What just happened?
What? What the heck was that?
I don't know what
Yeah, so if it gets to 6, I'll be short in front of it with a stop at 6. Brendan?
I'm just
They're
like,
breaking.
what?
What's going on?
Hi. AEO, guys, another one just popping up here recently, past couple minutes on huge volume. It seems like more of a technical break than anything. We flushed down to 23 and popped off of that. So buyers to be found in American Eagle, guys.
Yeah, I'm always willing to look at American Eagle here with what's been happening, in Gap and some of these other retailers. I mean, American Eagle continues to go. BTBT is going to get alerted soon. We're going to be into that name very, very soon, guys, here. BTBT looks like it wants to go. Check out Ethereum. Holy shnikes. Look at this. Big time move to the upside. Bang, 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 bang. It's still going, man. 3,500 coming through for Ethereum very, very soon. So, yeah, we'll trade BTBT. Try to make some moves. There's American Eagle. Nice move to the upside. Did we just get it? There it is. So BTBT right now, long at 10.03 here. So there we are. We are into this name now. Long BTBT. We talked about getting that through $10. So here we are. It's through $10 and we have it. So upside there, it only stops at 10.10. But on breaks, it doesn't like go right away. Like there's not huge candles here. So we'll hold on to BTBT and see if it gets back. I still like this level of concern right here, this bottom wick 980. So we'll give it a little bit of run here for BTBT and see if we can't, watch this go to the high side. Of course, I guess we're going to need. Whoa, there's a big seller. I guess we're going to need cryptocurrencies to keep on running here. So we'll watch BTBT and the physical, but there it is. Let's take that guy out. There he goes. Slowly. That's 300,000 shares, right? Just add a 0 to that. So there it goes. Should get taken out, no problem. And here we go to the upside. BTBT. Looks like we have another one.
And just speaking of upside, this stock has been the bane of some existence, and that's going to be Coinbase. $240 is where it's sitting. If you go back into literally the start of the month, it had a hard rejection off of this level. Let's see what happens. It's exactly 240 that's going to sit as the high of the day right now. And if you go back to the first, it kind of very, very briefly broke that and got to like 240 and change. So here comes that 240. I actually prefer, given how this has been trading recently and has been a bit of a dog relative to the space, I prefer to play a rejection off of this and into the short side of the trade. I was literally just short CEI, and I'm going to try and jump in front of it. I think CEI is trying to turn here, and I'm not giving it enough room to do so. So I'm going to size down.
Go CEI.
I'm going to size down and see if I can't get something in front of 175 as a bit of a level. But I'd rather play a turn on Coinbase than a breakout this late in the day when it has been relatively weak compared to the entire space. So Coinbase 240. I wish I could say I was going long and confident it would sustain a breakout, but I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm going to get out here if I can at 68 there. We were waiting for 73. What's the difference? Give me that. If we can get it. There it is. Yes, we did get that. So there's 68 right there. Ooh, it shows as a short sell, but that's okay. We just canceled we had our 73 still out there. So there it is, man. Put it on the board. Money. So there's CEI right now. A lot of it coming through there. So out at 68. I mean, maybe I should tweet this out. I don't think I'm ever going to get better bottom picks on back-to-back jacks like this one. So unlike the Blue Jays, we'll step it up, hit a couple out of the park. What, Randy? You know it's true, man. We'd be playing today,
it's
unfortunately.
Well, okay.
If we were still doing it. Couldn't get the bats working in the Yankees series, right? The game we went to was the only one we won. If we just win one more of those, then we don't have a problem. But whatever. We'll be back next year. 130, 100.
That's exactly what won't happen.
130 days, I guess, until pitchers and catchers. So we'll wait on that. And I still think the Blue Jays, they'll probably be the favored. I don't know about the AL East, but they're young. Let's see who we bring back.
Let's see what they do in the offseason. So I just got the short in Coinbase. 239.50-ish, 52 is my price. I mean, that's splitting hairs. And really, I'm only giving it to the 40 level. And yeah, I got back into CEI just now. As I mentioned, it looked like it was giving a bit of a turn, and I wasn't giving enough room. These charts are going to... Is the problem. It's like shotgunning it in here, and I just got some shares there at 67 after having a 71 short. And then at these lines, I'm just sitting here peppering the bid from 60 to 61 to try to get some out. Now, if the market, and let's put up the NASDAQ for a quick little second here, just to show you guys. I mentioned 1475 here. Here it is. This is exactly where we were when we made this the flush sort of early morning, and you kind of say to yourself, if we're not breaking through this top. And maybe we do. We absolutely could. This could happen. If we're not breaking through that top, then the reason I'm looking at something like an Nvidia at this level is just you essentially have made a bit of a break through the same high, showing resistance at the previous close, and you're trying to roll over at the same price that it showed some capitulation yesterday. So that's the entire reason why I'm now looking to short a 205.50 breakdown on Nvidia. We'll see what happens. It'll be a relatively tight stop, not dissimilar from Coinbase. I don't want to be throwing away the long profits from a day like today by getting overzealous and greedy trying to short something on a pullback. But hey, the market's slowing down a little bit, and if it decides to accelerate to the downside, then I think that's where the day trade might be going into the last 40 minutes of the session, at which point we have to be flat.
Yeah, exactly. If you're joining us for the first time, that is the truth. Of course, we have to be flat here at the end of every single day. So with that being said, guys, we are very, very close right now to getting out of AMD. I'm going to take this out right now. If we break through 102.39, man, we'll put $1.40 on the board for this one as well. Like, big wins today, man, for us. CEI was a monster. Clover was fantastic this morning. MARPS, we could talk about MARPS right now. I cannot believe we got out of the way of this one, man. Long one time there and out basically at the top of the day both times, and then it just crashed down. So MARPS right now with only a 1.1 million share float on that name. It looks like it's coming back down to real life here, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. This could be a good swing play. I mean, it held up. I don't know. It held up 560. They're only up 20%. Doesn't seem like a lot to me if they want to get this going. So this could be a swing idea, guys. MARPS tomorrow, because 622. You break above this, and we may retest, so watch out for MARPS, 622. It's not too far away, but look at the spread, though, 10 cents and very dead. It was only active in the morning. Whenever you see volume die down like this is pretty much always what follows. We're ready for them, so let's throw over there. Brendan, what's up?
Amplify. I remember yesterday, guys, we were talking about this AMPY off the bottom. It ripped up to 350 into the close today, just spiking to the downside. So big volume spike there, sell side for AMPY.
AMPY. I mean, this of course that was the spill, and that had some crazy action in the afternoon off of some flushes. I didn't see the volume this morning, so I'm glad you brought that one up because we didn't even trade it at all. Someone just asked on Coinbase, sort of what I'm looking at here. And I'm not waiting necessarily for 238, but you can certainly see that last pullback that it had off 238.50 when it kind of made this big, it's not a huge move, but the press and a $1.50 run through 37. It did have a pullback into 37.75, into 38. Now I'm going to get some out here first in front of 238.5. And again, with a tight stop at like 50 cents. I mean, at this point, if I'm risking 50 pennies, then I'm probably going to take profit at $1 in that range. And then if it gets down to that 237.50, if it looks like it's flushing and maybe we're getting a test back through 50,000, I don't think that's going to happen. Then I might cancel my bid, but as long as we're holding strong, I'd probably just have a tight stop and some tight profit taking on Coinbase as it stands. CEI just continues to sort of go nuts. I kind of had the turn at 71 and got out flat and then got back in at 67. I'm still holding about 20% of the position. I'll hold only 10% through a break of 160. At that point, if it breaks 160, let's just see how far it wants to go. For me, I kind of just want to stay as active as possible every time I get a position here. So pennies away from getting executed into Nvidia short. So we'll see what happens there. I should almost feel like I should cross my fingers or knock on wood that I would even go short a stock like that today. But market's turning around a little bit, and there you go, Nvidia to the short position.
There you go. Well, killing that pig one. Okay, so AMD, there it is, man. We're out of there. There's a $1.50 winner there on AMD. So we'll put that on the board right now, and we are out now of AMD. And I'm just going to slowly start to get out of some of these positions right now. So the market, look at this. The market crack, lower right now. Watch out if it can't hold this 14,700. Look out below. I hate when the market does this at the end of the day because it ain't a good sign for tomorrow. So I'll tell you that much right now. If this market just continues to go down, tomorrow will be bloodbath. Mark my words. So get ready for that one. I may, on that note, 334. Let's just again go WTF. Big move back up for Facebook here. We shorted long. This was a flat trade. You know what? look, we don't talk about our net too much, but I'll tell you this right now. I'm down $2.51 on Facebook. I paid the fees. These are almost identical trades. Like, lost 50 cents on that short, then made, or $1, I don't know what it was, and then made it back right there and should have held on. And when I saw myself go back to flat after that horrible short there, that's why I got out. But obviously, in that same minute, it ripped up another $1 there on Zuckerberg and the whistleblower there talking. And obviously, Facebook today, I'm going to have to watch out. So I can't sell stock while we're on the show, but I may just sell it after market here. Facebook, a nice bump up, man. We bought 325s yesterday. So that's $10 right there in one day. So, I mean, could take that. There's a lot of risk, I think, to the name. So I may do that. We talked about that earlier. We actually talked about that right on our sticky note, which has been hot fire today, as it is, often. But we have to get the right names. Okay, so BTBT, unfortunately, not a big position, but Bitcoin stopped, Ethereum stopped. I mean, they're both at 34. They haven't moved really since we got it, and that $10 level, pretty key. So we're going to wait here. We talked about where we're going to get out on an 80 break, so watch out for this one. We're 15 cents, 12 cents out of the money right now on this, so not really worth talking too much about it, but still, a down position here. The highest we've ever gotten was 10. So, yeah, I guess next time maybe we'll take a piece out, but hopefully we get that opportunity as the market coming down a little bit here. So watch out for this position. Clover's still only a dime in the money.
I just want to clarify something. Yeah. Someone actually asked this, they said can't sell. So what Sean's referring to there is we're day trading here on these accounts, right? So obviously we can get in and out at will on our prop trading accounts, but we can't sell personal positions while we are doing.
And we
this.
do that for you guys, really.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's just a rule that we have for ourselves. It's like, okay, you can sit there and be like, I like Nvidia long, and it's going up.
There's other shows. People question the integrity, right?
I'm not calling anyone out, but
I am. I don't care. People. Whatever. You guys know who we're talking about. People question the host's integrity. Where are they actually long? Are they actually short? Am I long BTBT in hopes that get all you guys into the position as well? Hell no. What we're doing is we're showing you our positions. We're talking about them as we take them. You want to take them, you can. And I hope people are following some of our trades. But if you're not, that's fine too. And, sometimes we lose on some names. Just like when someone said Neil's short, I'm long CEI. There's going to be different theories and different trade styles and things like that. And so in our own personal accounts too, we have followed the same rules. Like I'm going to buy and sell when I'm off the show, so we don't influence like that. And if Federales come knocking, they can look into my stuff if they want to, because I'm about as legit as they come.
What's Lucas got? See, anyways, man, Lucas will walk by sometimes and he always has food, because Lucas
that's okay, man. I don't want a coffee.
He's a growing
that's
boy.
Fine.
Oh, he had Tim Hortons. He got Tim Hortons, so that's okay. We didn't want
Damn you, Lucas.
Look, and here's the thing. I'm not that happy. I'm with you, Sean. I'm not happy that the market might be trying to pull back here. It would be great to close on the highs in the NASDAQ. That would be fantastic. It'd be better to break 2%. But, it's just a momentum thing. Like right when Sean put it was like a trailing stop on AMD, or just manually got out, or whatever it was pretty much at the exact same moment that Nvidia rolled through its key level, the 205.50. It's holding up at 205 for now, but if that levy breaks, I'm going to try to use that momentum to get some shares off. Coinbase is starting to pull back as well. And it's also holding like its first level down, like it's just 50 cents at this point. So, you get short in the middle between 39 and 40, and it's holding 39. When 39 breaks, I'll take it out 50 cents below that. So I think relatively simple strategy there. I'm still trying to watch this XCNE, but as we always say, if it's not moving at power hour, sometimes you got to go away from it. So I might throw this off my level too. Like if it pops up to like 32, 32 and a half, I think there's a trade there, but barcoding is not very exciting for anybody unless you're spread trading it or scalping it somehow. I don't see how you could be, but if you are, have fun with that. I don't think I'll be trading XCNE for the rest of the day there. Jason Funderburk is back, and every time, thank you for the super chat, every time I see that name, I just think of that one basketball player, Lawrence Funderburk. Power forward, I had his card.
Maybe there is a relation. Thank you very much, Jason, for that one. And look, I don't think that our commentary has any influence whatsoever on any of the stocks. We're doing it like I just explained to you. Yeah. We don't have enough people watching. We don't have enough. We're not moving these stocks around. We're just trying to trade what we see, and hopefully we can all together have a good time. And I think we're accomplishing that. Okay, look at Netflix right now. Holy geez, 640 today. Hello, Netflix. Can't stop, won't stop. What up, Squid Game followers? Yeah, so if I get that card, I'll be entering said game and coming out the victor because I want those 48 million won or whatever it was there, or billion,
billions.
billions.
Millions, nothing.
It's 1 to 10,000. I actually had to Google it. So yeah. Anyways, good show there. If you haven't watched it, Squid Game, we won't ruin anything. Okay, 610. Like this is the thing. Ever since Netflix, this reminds me a lot of AMD, man. And you know, for a good thing and maybe for a possible short. Like this was basing out forever down here. I didn't even. This is the one FANG name that I honestly have never gotten into. So Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google. I've owned Netflix. I mean, the story about Netflix was I had this thing at $50 and sold it. But right now, $500. Like look at the resistance here. Sorry, the support just kept tick, 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 tick all the way down here, right? And meanwhile, you know, they just kept watching Disney, Apple Plus, all these people come through, Hulu, everybody. And then it's just like right now, the last 6 months or so, not even 6 months, what are we talking about? Like the last month and a half, Netflix is just taking off and straight to the upside. It looks like they're winning the content wars right now. They have a lot of new stuff. And I mean, so does Disney. Like they're all can survive together in the ecosystem. And I think that's really what's sparking all of this. Like, I don't know, you guys tell me. I think there's a lot of people that aren't even considering canceling Netflix or Disney Plus or Amazon Prime.
It's the last one.
I mean, it's like, you know. And
I have them all, but I mean,
I have them all too. But so it just goes to show you that there is something here for this name. And I think Netflix keeps working higher. But at the same time, it's off a little bit. And why I want to show you this for AMD, and I'll be really quick, and then we'll get back to trading. I just want to warn people right now, like, look at this AMD move. And again, I think some of this was fueled, obviously, by social. But I mean, look, like this, does this not remind you of exactly the chart I just showed? Like, look at AMD. This is why I'm hella long AMD. And a shout out to Trader Prad, who keeps talking about it as well. But I don't want to say I called this move. I mean, I think it was just based on this bottoming, bottom. Looks exactly like it. Bang, there's the big move up, right? All the way up to 120 and change, and then a fade back down. So let's just look at that and then look at this. It's very, very similar, right? Upside, you could fade back to 580, just a small warning there on NFLX.
And someone just asked me, what do I think about like a 183 target on CEI? I know where you're getting that from. You're going back to the halt and then the push up. It got to 83, 84. Now, I just put in the chat that I was covering at 60 because there was a monster buyer at 60 just a few minutes ago, and it got me to cover. They kept refreshing it. Now it's popping down into the 150 level, and again, I'm just going to try and like scalp in front of that 150 level. I should have taken 51s because it seems like it'll give you every penny that you want. So I'm risking a couple of cents to try and make like 2 to 5. If it holds, it holds. If it breaks 150, yeah, there you go. Like literally just that fast, it breaks 150. But it's so easy to be able to get out, right? So again, they're trying to risk a few cents to make 4 or 5. It does feel like the bottom's dropping out of it again. There it goes. If it holds to the downside, I'm going to look to see if I can't. If it's going to halt downside, I'm going to look to probably short it into that halt and play the reopen game. Although it doesn't feel like it's going to. Is it? No. Yeah, if it goes into that halt state, then I would probably try it. It doesn't look like it's going to try to do it. Maybe 39s here. Yeah, 39.
Boom. Guys, come on, man. Like, let's just catapult home runs all over the place here. I mean, look at these outs on CEI that we just had. We had this one, we took this right in front of you, 168. That's the out. Then look where we went short, breaking through 150, right? I mean, and then we just covered that at 138. Like, this has just been, honestly, like a fantastic day here, CEI. It doesn't get much cleaner than some of these moves. But yeah, I mean, wow, the volume can be ignored. 750 million, Brendo.
Just quickly, guys, going back to that Amplify, the AMPY, AMPY. So it looks like during this investigation, what they found is that there was multiple ships. Remember, this is a pipeline that is underwater, so there was multiple ships anchored in the general area waiting to offload more crude into this pipeline. So they're wondering if an anchor possibly caused the leak. So that seemed to cause that spike in AMPY.
All right, it's going to be hot dog time right now. Like, I don't know, man. I guess I got to go. I hope there's a lottery that's going off tonight or tomorrow or something. BTBT, bang, to the upside. We still got a piece of that one. So we'll spin this for everyone.
Money,
I mean, it's just,
money,
yeah, exactly. Randy's liking this. Look at this. I mean, bang, boom, boom, right there. We'll take that. That's a good one. That's a good trade. We'll hold on for it now to give it to the downside. We can wait now for this one, as there's the 20-cent winner, and our bottom was only going to be 20 cents anyways. So now we can let that one fly. CEI, we just talked about it. Boom, boom, boom. We could have held it into the halt, but we did not. We just got it out there at 38. We're going to take 12 cents on that one as well. As today, this is just what I'm feeling like. We have 0 LFT. And those of you that are part of our Day Trade the World Nation, you know what that means. We have no losses from the top. So we're going to finish the day hopefully at our strongest spot. And we missed out on we didn't miss out on Microsoft, but Microsoft would have been a much better winner if we would have held it. And BTBT, no real targets here. Let's just let this thing fly and see where we can go from here. But yeah, super excited about the day. Thank you for watching. This has been such an exciting show. And that's what we're going to do for you from now on.
100%. That AMPY, by the way, it's about to move to the downside here. It actually just turned off 325 right into VWAP. I was looking for a turn 25. I think we actually have to pay for short. No, we actually have free shorts here, and it kind of got away from me. Just to outline on CEI, no matter what, every single time I take an entry into a halt, I'm taking half out on a market on open order, so that I get automatically printed regardless of where it happens to open. We'll just see what, it doesn't really, who knows? Like, you could open up, it could open down. I always want to cover half in that particular situation. Nvidia just looked like it's going to roll. I mean, it just looked like it was going to roll, I should say. And this is one of those things where you cheer your own book, like you're happy if the stock goes up, but the day trade is what it is. I got wicked out of Coinbase. I hope the same thing does not happen on Nvidia, because Coinbase went to 05s and is now right back and would be in the money, but a stop is a stop, and I will always adhere to mine. If we break this low at 204, recent low, 204.85, I want to get right out of these shares, or at least some of these shares, 204.50. Nvidia, given the move that it has, like it's 4%, double what the NASDAQ is, this would be one that I don't necessarily want to have here in position, having taken no profit when 350 rolls around. Just the market's moving enough that I would expect there to be some, some closing trade or closing imbalance type of things where you could see $1 million here, $1 million there, and it might just move the stock. And I don't want to get caught up in that type of move. I don't have to on Nvidia. Like, you could be sitting in the money, you could take profit at 349, and then it's wiped out on one candle. That doesn't really make a heck of a lot of sense. So I'd rather just get out some of Nvidia almost regardless by 340. 48, 349 before the imbalances do roll out at 350, which of course we always show you live, which is another advantage that we have here. If you get market data and you aren't able to see imbalances, you can always check with your broker, because it is usually with just the market data feed. Like, if you're getting level 1, then you should usually have the ability to see it. If you don't, then contact your broker. We're of course happy to show our source as well.
Yep. Just looking to see if we can find something else to do here. We don't need to do too much else, to be honest with you. Like I said, it was a good day. We're just going to watch BTBT fade out here. Maybe we'll just keep this profit. I mean, if you break that back down below 10, I know that's not a very... Yeah, I mean, we'll just hold it, whatever. I mean, look, if this winds up coming out here at 980, and that will give back that 20 cents, would still make that small 10 cents. But I want to see if it can ride a little bit more here, BTBT. But yeah, where am I on Clover? I don't know if you're talking to me or not, but on Clover right now, we only had one trade today, man, and it was a good one. And we didn't have to worry about it. Bought it right off the open. We talked about it. It's on the sticky note. Yeah, by the way, Christopher, if you're still watching, I think it was Christopher Leroy, or yeah, I put the link up there. So the sticky note is every single day on Twitter. So hopefully you can follow me and find that there, and tell your friends about it as well. That'd be nice. We're trying to spread the love here on the show. That is for sure. Happy to announce that we are... Well, we'll see about having a new member, but we did complete our interviews, and we're hoping to have a new member soon to hopefully introduce to everybody. But we'll see about that. So there's Clover. Yeah, Clover all the way to the upside here. I was hoping that it would be one of those meme names today. I'm hoping that every day. But as long as we can find the good levels on a stock like Clover, like $7, we'll take that up to 30. So I was like a nice couple pennies there for that victory. And then we're right back almost near day's high on Clover. Let's see if it can run. What's up, B?
No little one making moves, guys, into the close here. Zeta Global, they announced a new technology platform purchase from Aptness this morning. That was actually lunch-ish, but big day anyways, 25% here. This is a recent SPAC conversion, I believe, but day highs on volume there for ZETA.
So took some out on that reopen, essentially flat on CEI, then was able to short it here at like 40s and then again at 44. I want to play this off of that 150 level where there was like, the previous break. 160 was also a bit of a break. So I'll hang on to some of this 44. I'll cover some in front of this 39 low. And as always, if it looks like it's going to halt, I'll always want to get out of something. Nvidia needs to put up or shut up. We'll see what happens with that stock. It's been ridiculously strong, but it's not the only one. I see people talking about Tesla. It is worth going over. Remember Tesla this morning, just to show you guys, Tesla rejected that 800 level again. Not the first time it's done it. It's gotten off the bottom here, but it's just been relatively weak. So delivery numbers were fantastic, and it had that relative strength on the down day, but you're not really seeing that follow through. I think that has something to do with what's rallying today is what was weak yesterday for the most part, and then crypto, and that's not necessarily Tesla. It broke the 780 support. I think at this particular time, you're just looking at 800 being short-term resistance on Tesla, and maybe it has to base out here for a while before it makes another move. And if the market does make another turn into the downside, Tesla might make another downturn. I don't think it's the end of the world. I just think that it's had such a fantastic run. Look at the daily chart, how consistently it's been moving into the upside. Resisting every single pullback, having a nice clean channel that it's working, and it probably just has to have a bit of a pullback that's deeper than $10 to $15, which it's kind of sitting at that right now. So I'm not too concerned about Tesla. I'm just not sure 800 is going to hold as a break unless this move to the downside's over, which I'm not sure it is.
Yeah, roger that. I don't know when this move is going to be over with. I'd like to go in there and start buying today or at some point, but yeah, I don't know. It's not going to be right now, so we will wait to see when exactly we step in and start to buy some shares. Though we did step into Nike and we stepped into Nucor. That were the only two names that I've been participating in, so okay, that's what that is. We will wait to see on that. Clover, man, we talked about that earlier. Feeling pretty good on this name. We'll wait to see if we get back up here, 734, 735, something like that into this area for Clover. Otherwise, we'll get out if it dumps below 7.25. Remember, Neil just talked about the imbalances coming through, so obviously that is what's happening. So we will wait. Oh, here it is, 340. So there it is. It just came out. Let's check out some of the Canadian ones. Only one right now came out. Oops, that's not the right one. Those are pre-imbalances. Those don't mean anything. Hold on a second. Here's Toronto, so we'll check it out quickly. Ooh, CPG, isn't that a decent name? Yeah, 1 million shares on CPG, that could be okay.
What, 1 million?
Yeah, I mean, it's done 11 million today. A sell here on CPG, so I don't know if they're involved. I mean, the chart doesn't look like they're involved in a buyout or anything like that. We'll see where it goes. Crescent Point Energy right now with a big one. So we'll watch out for that. Other than that, absolutely nothing. And then we'll wait for the big board to come through very, very soon on the show. So we'll wait for that one. And that's good. Yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying themselves. It's been a big show here with a lot of trades. And yeah, CEI. I smiled on CEI because I can't believe this.
Oh, yeah.
Long, out at the top, short there and out, and now just chilling out. So CEI right now looks to be pretty good to go, guys.
Yeah, and look, it just made that run to like 40, 47 or so. Couldn't get to 50s. I now have 45 as an average price on that one. And Jude, this is going to happen on Coinbase, right? Like, of course, now it goes after it breaks 240, but that's not entirely coincidence, right? Like, it's not like it's not rocket science to put a 240 stop on it, and sometimes you should give an extra 2 pennies or allow it to trade above and see how the price reacts there. But sometimes that relief of pressure is exactly what causes it to flush down, right? Less people in the short covering or sitting on the bid, and that kind of a thing. So sometimes that's going to happen to you. Nvidia is showing all kinds of, I'll say some strength, but remember the market turning around 14.75 on the NASDAQ? Well, it got 50 points lower and then held the even. So I don't know why that didn't just flip to Nvidia. There you go. So when that happened, Nvidia basically held the bid. So it's still testing the lower end of the range on the NASDAQ in that 50-point handle range. Well, Nvidia is getting off the schneid, and that's what relative strength will be, right? So if I don't want a scenario where we're retesting 14,750, and Nvidia's already come back $1 from where it was when we bounced off this, and we've only gone like 6 handles, and 50 is the range, and Nvidia has actually put in this much of a move, like almost $1 back, and when I'm $1 from the top. So that's not the greatest scenario when it's relative strength, and this is the entire reason why getting closer to 350, you know, you don't want to look that gift horse in the mouth. You don't want to necessarily have to hold it further than you have to going into this. Because if it's a buy imbalance on the overall market, I don't need Nvidia shooting through the top, and I had the ability to cover it flat or cover it for a small win. When you get that information, sometimes you just want to go ahead and use it, and it's telling me that even with the market trying to break this 14.7, Nvidia doesn't want to break down yet. So we're running out of time for this trade to work. It doesn't mean it won't, but I got to prepare for that eventuality, and that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah, so just, you know, we're always trying to do something different, but right now I don't really see too much CEI. Still trying to watch that. Look at BTBT. Oh yeah, that's what I want to tell you guys. We changed our mind on BTBT. Breakthrough 10, man, we're going to be gone on this one. I don't need to worry about what happens at the close for this name. You break through 10, we're gone on you. So BTBT, nice to know you, but hopefully we'll see you very soon as well, because, you know, we'll be back on this thing tomorrow for sure, as it's been a nice little runner for us. So today anyways, we haven't traded it today, but just for us, meaning like, you know, the market's been running here, and those of you that are looking for these kind of names, let's just come back to this tomorrow. Up 33% BTBT. We'll hold the rest until the end of this, and then that'll be it. So we'll just wait. We have to be flat at the end of the day. So shout out to Jacqueline. I see you participating. Thank you so much for the chat. Again, good little look there. SDC as well. Look at Mara. Yeah, I mean, there's so much we can look at, man. 51,000 right now, it looks like. I mean, this is helping this trade, right? So 51,000 looks like Bitcoin's starting to go upside right there. These are just Kraken data, so that's an exchange very, very popular. So this should be the right number here. 50,100, 5,100 right there for Bitcoin, and still moving, man. Congratulations, anybody that holds a Bitcoin or any part of a Bitcoin. It's been a great little run there for you. Obviously, I think it's going higher, so I'm not going to say cash anything out. Clover right now not doing anything. We're still waiting at 35. And then other than that, man, I mean, we got out of our AMD. How good, like, again, like, let's go. Close your eyes. You know, 102 right there. A good out on AMD. Like, you know, I know Neil went short on Nvidia. That was a good call, but, you know, sometimes you save just as much money getting out on that, right? So we'll wait to see where it goes now, but it's so far so good on this Nvidia trade, or sorry, and on the Nvidia trade and on the AMD. Was a good trade today, so really happy with that. Got our shopping list out. We'll share that with you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think I'm looking at this Smile Direct, and I kind of feel like it's interesting. There might have been an iceberg, or there might be an iceberg order on Smile Direct here at 585. And I haven't been watching level 2, but I mean, you can see what's been happening since the entire time. We've been on for 45 minutes here, and for 45 minutes, this bid is essentially held at randomly 585 on Smile Direct, right at the top end. So it feels like somebody's making a bit of a play. Again, I could be wrong. I wasn't watching level 2. I didn't see whether the bid's been taken out and then refreshed, or whether there was literally an iceberg that you could visually just identify there. So just file this price away, 585. If we're still looking at that tomorrow, that could be a support level. I would love to be able to say I'm going to take a breakdown if 585 goes, but we're now 15 minutes away from the close and we're running out of time. I don't like breakouts or breakdowns in the last 10 minutes. That's just the approach that I have. I like it a little bit better if there's time for the move to happen. Nvidia is going to be the trade of the day, so stick around for that. This afternoon short probably isn't the trade of the day because it is doing absolutely nothing. And if I got to take 50 cents, I'm probably just going to have to take 50 cents on a $205 stock, because that's what it wants to give me, and I have 3 minutes until rebalances and 13 minutes till the close. So I guess it doesn't want to go. Clearly it's trying to turn around here, and the market is falling off a little bit, but hey, up 1.7% is plenty good for a nice little bounce back day. 4% on Nvidia is good. There's some stocks that have done a little bit better than that aren't necessarily your squeeze plays like your Smile Directs and whatnot, but let's see what happens here at the close. It's essentially flat for me, but no matter what, I'm covering at least half of this in the next 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Lots of risk happening around here, but not much. BTBT, CCL, and Clove just happening for me right now. We're on Facebook here. What's been amazing is the NASDAQ has given back Not a lot. Oops, that's Facebook. The NASDAQ is giving back a little bit here. Not a lot. We did hold that 4.7. It looks like 14,700 there on the NASDAQ. So that's been okay. Still up that 1.7%. But look at the book of faces right now, 2.4% to the upside. So that's been a nice little run there for Facebook. So yeah, wow. We didn't have to get out of anything. So we're still in our Facebook, but willing to get out of it, of course, if it does come back down to that 325-ish. I just hope it does not like one big epic swoosh down somehow overnight or anything like that. So I'm just going to let this ride. We talked about that. We tweeted it out earlier that we bought Facebook yesterday at 325. We did. And, you know, today we're paying off a little bit. But I did, you know, have the discussions even with the wife yesterday saying, oh, my God, I'm getting nervous. Maybe I should pare that down. But, you know, today it never hit. I was looking for yesterday's bottoms. 322 didn't hit. So we're still in it. I don't know. I don't like how this is growing in my account to be a bigger position because honestly, you know, some of the stuff that they're talking about, hard to support it. So we'll wait to see there. Obviously, privacy issues are going to be key. But what I noticed yesterday was, you know, when the world loses Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, everybody all of a sudden seems to realize just how valuable those properties are. So we'll wait to see. I don't know. More to come on this as we only have a minute to go here before imbalances come out. But, you know, if the NASDAQ is nasty soon, then this will trade back down to those levels. So let's see if we get a bounce. I haven't been doing much buying in this dip. Palantir was a good one. I warned you guys about DraftKings earlier today when we got up this high up here. It did fade out the rest of the day. This is another name where maybe if you bought some dips, you know, I guess it wasn't that big, man, 47.50. You probably wouldn't have got out there, but that was still 7-8% was a good return on DraftKings. So we'll wait to see where that goes from now.
And like I said, I would get some out even if it had to be flat. In front of 350, so it ends up being like 10 cents or so. It was more like 15 or 20, but who cares? That's the same. It's nothing on Nvidia, but I just want less shares on. And look, PALT, I got a great question about this. Like, what do I think about this price? And I'll say the same thing I almost always say. Like, some of these levels, when a stock goes parabolic into the close like this, just because it was a good level early, at 350, I'm not going to put too much credence in this. This absolutely fell apart at about 760 to 780, and it was a great level. Even check it back to like 690 on PALT. And if you go to the higher time frame, you're going to look right back to the support the stock had. It's a great level, 785. Like most times, of course you look at this level, 785, break down at that price, comes back to test it. You short that almost every single day. Well, I'm not doing it here because it's 350, like I said.
Here come the imbalances.
And of course, imbalances coming out here. Let's get them. If
it looks like it was a sell. They all are. I think Apple's a sell.
Yeah.
Microsoft's a sell. Oh man, Again, man, we talked about this market, but yeah, things are starting to sell off right now. Maybe I should get out of Facebook, but I'm not going to make a crazy, you know, rash decision like that just because of those sells. But yeah, for day trading, definitely, I don't. Did you say you're out of Nvidia?
Some.
You covered
I don't
it.
even see it there.
Some of it. Okay,
it's
so
400,000 to sell.
Okay, so Nvidia right now not doing a whole hell of a lot there. But you know what is doing a whole hell of a lot, and we are super happy with it because it is still moving, guys. Yes, sir. Let's go. Oh, we have a new animation. Damn it. Where is it? Rob did it. Where is the new animation? He put it on some random screen. I can't find it.
I see it. Hold on.
But there it is. I got it.
You got it?
Okay. How do you like that one?
All of the coins.
I think I liked it more before. Let's do that one more time. Let's see. What do you guys think about this one? It's like the Matrix there, the Bitcoins. That's kind of what we told Rob to do, so nothing wrong with that, and I like it. So there we go. And that's what we're feeling a little bit in the Matrix here. Blue pill, red pill on this play. BTBT, nicely moved, nicely gone to the upside. Yes, sir. Spin it one last time. Let's go. Like how much money has this day brought to us? We are pretty happy so far here today. Everything making moves.
There's the breakdown.
Here it comes. Yeah, so watch out for Bitcoins and everything flying to a neighborhood casino near you.
And just worth noting here, I mean, we just hit broke 51,000 on Bitcoin. Coinbase is still below 240. So, like I said, relatively weak, but it doesn't matter. Like I got stopped out. Nvidia, I used that small imbalance. It's not that big. 400,000 is not gigantic for a stock like this, but not a horrible size. Now, if I had not trimmed the position, sure, it would have been a bigger winner, but then I would have been yapping about the rules that I was putting on for the trade and then just essentially ignoring them. So it might be coming back in. We're still at 1.5%, but this is what happened when the overall imbalances came into the market. You did have that big push into the downside here in the NASDAQ, which if it goes the other way, the reverse could be true. I could be sitting in that short, it comes out as a buy, and then you're getting wicked out in that same regard. So I'd rather bank profit, not roll the dice on basically that coin flip. It is what it is, and someone's asking about the floss. I'll hit this one because it's been a good day, but I don't think I have the floss. The floss animation, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, floss animation was like one of the first ones we ever had. And so as we started replacing them, it's not on my board. I'll try to find it if I can. You still have yours. But like that's pretty old. We had those.
It's happening as we go there, yeah. I have mine, was no problem there. You can see it on the t-shirt back there. I mean, I don't know, that was one.
Yeah, I don't think I have mine.
It's probably better than the floss I can do anyways. So there it is, that's the floss. And yeah, thanks for requesting that, guys. Big time.
I can't floss.
1024. I always play around the quarters here. So if BTBT comes to the downside, 1024 we're going to be out. I'm going to stick an order right here at 1040 as well. Maybe that comes through at some point. So we'll check that out. But right now, nicely done here to BTBT to the upside. We'll just see where we go. But so far, so good on this name. And yeah, that was a good winner for you at the end of the show. So was CEI. CCL, Clover's getting close. Yeah, so we'll be out of Clover in a second here. It's going to break below. Thank you for watching us. Neil and I trade full equity, right? These are full positions in the actual market that we trade. So when you're seeing Clover.NQ there, you're going to you're going to notice that, oops, I put out an order there. Oh, yeah, that's fine. You're going to notice that Clover, for example, will be NQ. So that's the NASDAQ market. We do not trade CFDs or options or anything like that on the show. These are straight equity cash, homie. So right there, that's how we trade it. And this is the real live quote for Clover.
I'm just looking to see if Affirm had an imbalance. Not really anything. I mean, but it just had a bit of a push or pullback, I should say. Dip, whatever you want to call it, but this is what Affirm just did back into 111. So look, Affirm was flying high on the rebound and got to 115, turned around, looked like smooth sailing as the market came back to test those highs, and it just dropped $2.50. So it's on my shopping list, but it's kind of at levels on the daily chart where if the market's going to continue its pullback, then you can be greedy waiting for 100 to 105, and it's just a screaming for me if it gets anywhere into those 90s again. But yeah, so relatively, I mean, it's up 3%, so it's hard, you can't say it's not relatively strong, but that was bigger move down on no imbalance than I expected on Affirm, so watch out for that one at the open tomorrow.
There it is, man. BTBT. Hit the sirens. Hit the alert. Wake up. We are now out of BTBT. There's 40 cents. Another 4%. Just keep on. Hey, can do this, man. Just keep on raining down the cash, and all you're doing is sort of just adding to your bankroll, right? Sometimes we get questions asking like, how could you be positive every day in September or whatever, or even 15 days out of 20 is fantastic. And it's just because, it's different trading styles, right? Like if you're going to scalp out, some traders hold for the whole move. So you're going to have bigger days, right? I mean, a positive day is like $1. So I mean, just all I'm trying to do is stack up some wins. And I mean, today I have no negative stocks today. Not one. I'm looking. AMD, we've already talked about that. BTBT, CCL. I mean, just, I get asked this all the time, so let's go over them. CEI. I mean, all my trades are shown here. There's CEI right there. How about Clover? There to go again. How about Facebook? This is the one stock that I'm down $2.51 on. So I am down on something. Look at MARPS. Right? I mean, this was a tough one, but just one in, a couple outs. They're lucky actually to be survived on that one. Microsoft, we should be up a hell of a lot more, but there's the win right there. There's the longs and there's the outs, right? So again, it's been a good day for us. Let's see if we can hold this out for tomorrow with only 4 minutes to go. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show. 100%.
And look, there's a few things that I think did move that maybe we've missed out on, and apologies for that. Like it's difficult to cover every single stock in the market. Yeah. And as much as we do try, believe me, we actually do try to get to absolutely everything that we can. Like we're talking SoFi this morning, and it looked pretty strong. And I'm remiss to say that when the market is pulling back now, but was at least close to the highs, SoFi had given everything back from the morning, and SoFi is now sitting essentially like pennies above where it did open. So something which seemed relatively strong, pulling back in. Look, I still love. It's actually got a pretty good trend here, holding some of these lows. And we'll have to see if it doesn't do that break towards 17 at some point in the next couple of days. But another stock, it's on the radar. But hey, it's not moving during power hours, so we're probably not going to be dwelling on it. And I know we probably opened up talking a crap ton about CEI, but as day traders, it's just not a stock that you're going to ignore in that situation. Coming into that close, looks like I could have held on to Nvidia for sure as the market continues to pull back. 1.4% on the NASDAQ, but I'll tell you what, there is 0% chance, 0.000001, that we don't end up green on the NASDAQ. So no matter what, we did put in a bit of a recovery day, just not nearly as strong as we would have been hoping, as there was some selling off of the top, which, again, not always what you want to see. Like sometimes you just want to see that relief day or bounce back day finish breaking the high or holding the high. It's definitely a psychologically good thing. The fact that we're pulling back here, doesn't pull me into like, hey, everything is rosy now. It actually makes me feel the opposite.
Yeah, I started the show by saying that. I mean, if we finish with this kind of a move, you will see some blood in the waters tomorrow. That's going to be my prediction. So I don't know. I'll hold to it. But this is still a big move up. Normally, let's talk about normally. You'd like to come back into here before you make a prediction like that. But the NASDAQ is so far up, and we still are holding out some key levels. So maybe it's not going to be so bad tomorrow. But I just don't like these sell-offs at the end of the day. So we are completely flat now. You can see it on the board. A nice day, man. There's the 29 cents on. See, there's the plus 18 cents on Facebook. But like I said, we did pay fees on that trade. So I don't think that Facebook, that might not be right. Maybe I'm down $2.51 total net on that one. So, okay, so we'll find out about that. But, okay, so CCL still, we got out of that just now. Facebook, BABA, CGC. You know what? The weed stocks today, did they hold out? ACB. Let's check out ACB on the NASDAQ. It used to be New York, and then they all switched up. NASDAQ right now, yeah, 4%. Okay, so that's still nicely up there. Was as high as $7.50. We'll have to watch out for that tomorrow. Bitcoin, 55,000 by Friday. Sure, man. I mean, when it was at 30, I was calling 60. So I think a lot of you did that as well. So congratulations, anybody in that Bitcoin game, as that looks real nice right now. Bitcoin right now, 51.2. Ethereum bouncing on 35 right now. So big time trade today. Do I see NQ breaking yesterday's lows? No, not tomorrow.
14.4, actually below 14.4. It's not impossible. I think it's pretty slim. It's crazy to me, but this SmileDirect, it's a weird price and it's a weird order, but it's still holding this. The entirety of the show, SmileDirect has held exactly 585 for support, and it's still doing it with 30 seconds to go. Randy is on the bell. I'm assuming Randy's on the bell because he's lurking behind me. There you go. You can't hide yourself, Randy. So maybe turn the volume down just a tiny bit. It's been a fun one, of course. Stick around, trade of the day. Nvidia, the story is the market rebounding a little bit today, but it's still giving a little bit back. Going to end up green, but maybe only 1.25%. So it's starting to sell off a little bit more here. Dropping it 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Randy, bring it.
All right, I'm loving it. Good bell ring there. Good show here today. Very, very happy with the trading. Honestly, Brendan, I mean, this is Brendan on the chat, not our Brendan. Huh? I haven't looked at AMC yet. I would love to talk about that tomorrow, but I mean, I can't analyze anything. We do have our trade of the day coming up. You can send me a tweet if you want. It should be good. We have gymnastics for the little one and karate for the older one today. So it's going to be a busy day in the Katina household, followed by, I don't know, last night we watched some movie, but that won't be happening tonight because it's too late of a night. I forget what it was. Halloween High, I think it was.
Halloween
Disney.
High.
Disney just released a bunch of
Halloween-themed movies.
Yeah.
How'd we do, Brendan? I know it's green.
Yeah, we did, as you guys were noting, come off there at the end of the day, but still in positive territory, guys. Full percent here for the S&P. 1.2, 1.34, and so on and so forth, all the way down here. 4.5, yeah, Bitcoin with a nice day.
Yeah, we're loving Bitcoin. And I said this yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, a couple days ago, when people were asking us about the crypto stocks. And I was just like, why wouldn't you just buy crypto? Like, why do you have to worry about all these stocks? And you talked about SI today, so that's good. And then we had that BTBT trade as well. So that was hot fire. But I want to give a big thank you to Valeria and Trader Pratt. I know Trader Pratt's on here, but this is a good opportunity to get Miss V back on screen.
What color is that shirt?
Nice, very nice. Yeah, I wore the salmon today because I got the all clear because Brendan wore the salmon yesterday. So I was like, okay, I'm good to go on salmon shirt day. So we will find some sockeye. Thank you so much to Maggie over there, Lucas over there, Randy over there. Randy, is that my coffee you're holding or is that yours? That's his.
The one Lucas got him.
Yeah, I know. We're just playing around. Thank you so much, guys, for everything and all the help today. It's been fantastic. Big thank you to Brendan, of course, coming with so many stories and just so busy and definitely working the hardest out of you and I anyways.
Oh, yeah. Brendan's like a machine over there. And he does it with the perfect hair, as always, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could grow that kind of hair. That would be fantastic. Brendan always looking sharp, and I still think that the scruff maybe, but he's too clean cut, this guy.
He's not.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe.
Ooh, there's a chance. Remember last year we all got dressed up for Halloween, and Brendan just brought a mask, and he just put the mask on the desk?
I would be so happy for Brendan to actually dress up for Halloween this year. That would make my.
Put it in the chat. Tweet at Brendan
that would make
what you want him to be for Halloween.
Do it, Brendo.
All right, let's go, guys. Trade of the Day's at Nvidia. It's been a fantastic one. It's hump day tomorrow. Enjoy your Tuesday, and we will see everybody then. 8:30.
See you guys.